In 1995, the Fox network was dealt a major blow when the wildly popular sketch comedy show In Living Color fizzled to an end after 5 awesome seasons. Feeling that the idea of a minority-themed sketch comedy show could still be as successful on Sunday night primetime, Fox greenlit a brand new show that would feature a majority Latino cast as opposed to a majority African-American cast. Fox was hoping that lightning would strike twice, and as a result we got the unbelievably short-lived sketch comedy series House of Buggin. Originally a vehicle for the Wayans family, In Living Color had none of the original siblings on the cast by the 5th season, and although original members and future legends like Jim Carrey, David Alan Grier, and Jamie Foxx were still around, it clearly wasn't the same show and did not make it past season 5. Filling the gap where In Living Color left off, House of Buggin was created by up-and-coming Colombian-born comedian John Leguizamo, who is known for roles in Carlito's Way, Die Hard 2, and unfortunately, Super Mario Bros. House of Buggin only aired 10 episodes before it was canceled quickly in the spring of 1995, but considering the somewhat turbulent nature of Saturday Night Live at the time, and the ever-growing trashier nature of TV shows in that era, the sketches being shown on House of Buggin were taking sketch comedy to new, edgier levels, while also maintaining a level of restraint needed to stay on network television. The cast of House of Buggin was majority Latino, featuring Leguizamo, Luis Guzman, Jorge Luis Abreu, Tammy Kubelet, Yelba Osorio, and the one non-Hispanic white cast member, David Herman. House of Buggin, much like In Living Color, was not afraid to step over the line and make sketches that were going to embrace topics that were going to make people laugh, albeit uncomfortably, such as with their spoofing of West Side Story and the TV show Cops. House of Buggin also had no problem diving into, at that time, rarely discussed topics like cross-dressing and foot fetishism, because why not?
For those that have no rhythm. Beep, 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 caution, white light coming through.
When House of Buggin premiered in January 1995, it was reportedly viewed in over 16 million households. But as the weeks went on, those numbers steadily started to decline. Never completely losing its foothold, the writing was on the wall that it wasn't going to survive without major improvements. Even though the ratings were declining, the show never lost quality, maintaining an 8 out of 10 on IMDb to this day. However, the critics weren't quite so nice. Critics lambasted the show from the get-go, making it a tough sell when the ratings did start to go down. One reviewer called House of Buggin about as bland as a tofu taco. Another reviewer said, "There's nothing wrong with trying to bond with a large, unserved segment of the TV audience that is a prime target of your show. It is inadvisable to do it to the point where it excludes the masses. In other words, don't make a Latin-themed show because most people aren't Latin and won't find it funny." Without a whole lot of warning, House of Buggin met a rather untimely end. Allegedly, while meeting with Fox executives, it was decided that while they loved the show, House of Buggin could enter a second season as long as the network was able to recast everyone surrounding Leguizamo. When Leguizamo said that wouldn't work, the show was canceled. I'd be lying if I said that every sketch on House of Buggin was comedy gold. There really were some real duds. But to be fair, one could say the same thing about Saturday Night Live, Mad TV, or really any sketch comedy show. That's the blessing and curse of sketch comedy. It's meant to be quick, edgy, and unproven. House of Buggin probably would have thrived if it was given the chance to mold and adapt, but in the end, the first season numbers made the final ruling of its future.
Hey, you want the paper? No, thank you. You should see over here, man. You should look at Family Circus over here. Let me read that. I said no! Thank you! Well, sorry, pal. Peanut? Sweet! Whoa! What's the matter with you? When people are in the bathroom, they don't want to be talked to, okay? This is my alone time. I just want to sit here and be by myself. I was just trying to apologize. What the hell are you doing, man? What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? I was trying to apologize, man.
Having said that, for the 10 weeks House of Buggin aired on Fox Sunday nights, I refused to miss an episode because viewers just never knew what they were going to expect from one week to the next. The show was different without being avant-garde, it was edgy without being insulting, and it was insulting without being inappropriate. Bottom line, no one was safe from Leguizamo's comedy the way good comedy should be. House of Buggin really was a great follow-up to In Living Color, a show that was already going to be nearly impossible to replace. After the cancellation of House of Buggin, the one non-Hispanic white cast member, David Herman, who for some reason I expected would end up on Saturday Night Live, then joined the new Saturday night sketch show Mad TV, and, well, the rest is history. The rest of the cast went on to other projects as well, especially Guzman, who became a regular character actor in P.T. Anderson films. Leguizamo is still a well-respected comedian and actor, even achieving cult status after starring in the 1997 film The Pest. His most notable film roles since include playing Toulouse-Lautrec in Moulin Rouge, as well as playing Chichi Rodriguez in the criminally underrated To Wong Fu Thanks for Everything Julie Newmar. It was in this film he received a Golden Globe nomination for Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. Unlike many other short-lived shows at that time, there was never an official home video release of House of Buggin. It's unclear as of recording time if all episodes are still intact in a vault somewhere, and that's a real shame. House of Buggin to this day is one of the most underrated shows on television. It just wasn't given enough time to mature and grow and become the show that it really could have become. Would things have been different with a better supporting cast? Would it still be relevant today in the 21st century? It's tough to tell, but anything short of a complete reboot at this point, we'll never know. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this kind of content, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave amazing comments below. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.